What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live. Talk about this upcoming DraftKings Showdown slate featuring the Clippers and the Mavericks. So, of course, got to represent the hometown team in Dallas. Have to do their showdown, obviously. So, like I said beforehand, they're my team. I love them to death. I can't help but just deal with it through the season. That's a whole other topic for another day. But before we begin, hit the like button for me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's been a ton, as y'all know. Let's dig into the showdown slate so we can win some cash. So, starting with Dallas. Obviously, got to start with Dallas first. Luka Doncic, Zingas. I love both guys. I like Zingas based off of his price. A lot better at captain than Luka. I think captaining Luka is really hard to do because there's not a lot of value on the slate that I like. So, in my defense, though, I wouldn't mind trying to be contrarian and going Luka at captain, but that would be very difficult to me. In fact, I'd much rather have him at the utility. And if you want to go with the Zingas route at captain, I definitely see that. Richardson, not a guy I typically get to. I mean, he looked good the past couple games with 36 and 43, but then again, that is very hard to trust. At 6'8", that's definitely a hard price to judge. Jalen Brunson, 6,000, not really for me. Tim Hardaway, he's a give or take sort of guy off the bench. He's hard to trust. Maxi Kleber, if we're going back to tonight's game, let me pull up the stats from tonight's game, and we can kind of go over them as we go on. The guy I do want to talk about for a minute, though, is Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell has been playing minutes that aren't consistent, but he saw great minutes not long ago. So, like I said, if we're pulling up the Mavericks game when they played the Nuggets, we're going back. We could have had Luka, like I said, looked really good, and so does Zingas. But like I said, Dwight Powell played 19 minutes last game. I definitely do like him as a viable salary saver. So at him at 2,800, that gives you a lot to work for. So say you want Zingas at cap, you want Luka, and you want Dwight Powell, that gives you 6-7 to play with. So that's not a bad strategy. For me though, I definitely do like these two guys, and there's not much else I want on the Dallas team. Let's move on to Clippers. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. So if you're going with the strategy of I want Luka, I want all the superstars. I want Luka and I want Paul George. You have 4-8 left over with Kawhi Leonard at cap, and then you have basically 8,400 left over if you want Paul George, Dwight Powell, and Luka. So you can definitely kind of get around it, in my opinion. But I think you have to have one of the two guys in Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, of course, as a run back option. I'd much rather have both, but then again, that is difficult to get to if you don't trust the value on the slate. But I think there's a value on this Clippers team. Let me begin. Reggie Jackson, 6'4". I definitely do like him. He's a captain viable option. I know that sounds scary. It's Reggie Jackson when you have Luka, when you have Kawhi, when you have Paul George, when you have Zingas all on the slate, and you want Reggie Jackson at captain. That's crazy. To me, it's not. To me, it's a GPP strategy that I definitely do like. Lou Will, Zubac not really for me. I'd much rather get to Batum with no Serge Ibaka now. But could we see Zubac see more minutes? We definitely could. At 5'2", he's a valuable salary saver. So I definitely do like me some Batum, some Zubac, some Jackson. Give you Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and you'll be able to find the value on the slate, like I said, with this Clippers team. So, like I said, the core pieces of this slate for me is these four guys. I want these four guys in my lineups, no doubt, with Dwight Powell, with Luka, with Reggie Jackson, and Paul George. So the favorite drops is a slate for us guys. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's been a ton, like I said beforehand. And thank y'all for tuning into the show. And last but not least, the Discord link is in the description below for my Discord, DFS Prodigy Discord. I know I'm trying to bring it back up. Pretty happy about that too. If you want to talk sports with me, I'll be there hanging out all day, every day. So, like I said, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great and safe rest of your night.